here it is. My desire, my wish for San Diego Comic-Con 2024. As I've said before, San Diego Comic-Con, big deal for Marvel. If you didn't know, Kevin Feige takes this shit so seriously that he will actually schedule certain filming so that he will have footage to show at San Diego Comic-Con. He understands what a big deal it is for, let's call it, the nerdy culture.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
And we didn't have a San Diego Comic-Con last year. And there's a lot of questions about Marvel. And there are a lot of changes happening. So we just had a question about how will they address all of this? And what do I think is going on? So let me explain that. I think for a lot of people, they're like, are they even going to address all this craziness? And my prediction right now is that they will. I think they'll be kind of cheeky about it. And I think Feige will be like, oh, the multiverse really threw things out of control, or maybe he'll even say Loki changed the story, or like he'll be kind of cheeky about it, but I don't think they're gonna deny that change is coming. And in fact, I think they're gonna basically come out and say things are really changing, and here's what that change looks like. So that's the first thing, is that I personally believe they're definitely going to address it. I don't know that they're gonna be like, hey, maybe we went a little too crazy with this character, maybe we didn't think about this. Also, Jonathan Majors, like, I don't think they're gonna do that. But I think they're basically going to come out and say, or it's been 2 years since we were here with you guys, and the last time we were here, we had plans for the multiverse. Well, chaos happens, Loki happened, and things have changed. Boom. Here's the new shit. That's essentially what I think is going to happen, okay? My desire, and I'm putting this out into the universe. It was 2 years ago. I said I wanted Secret Wars announced. Nobody was talking about Secret Wars being announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2 years ago, except for your boy. And I even made a thumbnail going into that presentation of me reacting to Secret Wars. They called me a madman, but I was right. And I need to be right again, because I think they're going to go so fucking hard. And here's what I think they're going to announce, okay? This is the juice. This is the real shit. I think they're going to announce that Avengers 5 is now Secret Wars Part 1. And maybe they'll have a subtitle for it. I don't really know. They will announce there's a Part 2 to Secret Wars that will be Avengers versus X-Men. Okay, are you paying attention? Are you listening? So first, Avengers 5, no longer Kang Dynasty. It's Secret Wars Part 1, maybe blah, blah, blah. Maybe time runs out. Secret Wars Part 2, Avengers versus X-Men. And Feige will announce that the Fox X-Men are returning to be the first time we significantly see the X-Men in the MCU, and that all of our theories are right, and that Avengers vs. X-Men is essentially Secret Wars Part 2. And then they will announce the original Secret Wars movie as Secret Wars Part 3, and they're bringing everybody back. Okay, and so what I literally want to see on the big board is Avengers 5, Avengers 6, Avengers vs. X-Men, and Avengers 7 Secret Wars. That's what I want. That's what I'm putting out into the universe. That's what I'm manifesting, okay? And there's actually some evidence that this could actually be the case, okay? That's the hope, that's the dream, and also you guys all need to do like a fucking vision board or some shit, and like let's put our energies together and make this shit happen. I'm telling you, I need it. I fucking need it. I need it. Now let me explain like some of the evidence and why I think this could actually happen. When the Marvel Studios spoilers subreddit, but when that subreddit got shut down around the time of Quantumania, I don't know if you guys remember, but one of the last things that they reported openly before Feige like snapped them out of existence, they came back, but one of the last things they talked about was this huge info dump, which included all kinds of reports that we have never really heard before. Like one of the main ideas in the report was that Marvel was looking at Secret Wars. They were looking at what they wanted to do with Secret Wars, and they decided it's just way too much for one movie. And so even back then, there were discussions of breaking Secret Wars up into multiple parts. There was discussion in that exact report from the Marvel Studios mod team that they were going to do a Battle World saga, okay? A saga. And so if that's what it is, and you start to think about all the different ideas and all the different stuff that they want to do, instead of having Secret Wars in one movie, instead of having Secret Wars in just 2 movies, I think they have now split it up into a trilogy. It begins with Avengers 5, which we got a lot of reports now that you're gonna have other multiversal characters in Avengers 5 way faster. And I think that could be your RDJ. I think that could be Chris Evans. I think that could be, Doc Strange and Thor coming back. Deadpool Deadpool, Wolverine, right? So I think you'll have that, and you'll have like Beyonder, Kang kind of stuff going on. Well, the perfect way to end that would be to have all of the multiverse be destroyed except 2 universes. And those 2 universes would be this X-Men universe and the Avengers universe. And then you do Avengers 6, Avengers vs. X-Men. And that would be the Fox X-Men, you know, I think it would be like Magneto, Charles, Beast, Binary, maybe Rogue, Jean, like all of them in some kind of massive battle where 2 worlds are colliding, being the 616 and Earth 263 or whatever the hell the one is in the Marvels, right? Then you have that end, just like in Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, the sort of lead into the actual Secret Wars story was the Ultimates universe versus 616. And there's a massive fucking battle. It was so cool in the comics. There's just like a bunch of fun Marvel flavor, right? But that ends with the whole multiverse being destroyed, and then we get Secret Wars. Now, some of the people escape that final battle on the raft. So you had the Cabal that escaped with the Maker and an evil version of Reed Richards. Then you have the actual heroes with our Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four leaving as well, and then they both pop up on Battleworld, okay? So I think what you would get is street level Avengers. Oh shit, it's Kang. Oh shit, it's Beyonder. Oh shit, multiversal stuff happening. Multiverse being destroyed. The second movie, Avengers vs. X-Men, fighting for their worlds. Most of them just destroyed, a handful of them saved, and then boom, we wake up on Battleworld. I also believe, and maybe I'm going a little too far with the speculation here, but I also believe the actual Secret Wars movie will take place, like, I think there's going to be a huge time gap. Meaning, right now, you look at Battleworld, like, if you go onto the Void right now in the MCU timeline, you would see Cassandra Nova, a bunch of the Fox X-Men and all that, right? That's what's happening right there. We've had Loki's there before as well. But I think once we actually get to full-on Secret Wars, totally different thing. Battleworld might be completely populated. Maybe there's several different kingdoms and fiefdoms and people that are operating there. It would just be like a complete crazy nutso thing. And I think you'll have multiversal Avengers, refugees from 616, refugees from that X-Men universe. They're going to pop up. And then Secret Wars would have, the battle with either the Beyonder or Doctor Doom or whoever it is, right? Now, the other part of this that's so awesome and why I would really like this, you then have a trilogy of movies. And during the time that trilogy of movies is coming out, you have the ability to do all kinds of projects on the Void or in Battleworld. You can kind of see the pieces. They're already setting that up. So during that, I don't know, what would it be, 2, 3, maybe 4-year chunk of time while they're doing all of those, you could get Battleworld projects, total Elseworlds with, like, imagine a Hulk movie that's, and they probably would never bring Norton back, but imagine it's Norton, Bana, and Mark Ruffalo. Maybe Lou Ferrigno too. Fuck it, man. So it solves all the reported problems that Marvel was facing. This would also allow them to technically delay Secret Wars while not delaying Secret Wars, because you have all the actors back. Because think about this. This is a huge problem. The X-Men actors, the Fox X-Men actors, they're not getting any younger. Okay? Feige wants them in Secret Wars. He wants them hanging out with the MCU characters. He wants it so badly. Well, one way you get to have your cake early and still eat it in Secret Wars is you just make Avengers vs. X-Men tied into that Secret Wars story. You see what I mean? That way, you don't have to wait 4 years to shoot with Hugh Jackman and Ian McKellen for Secret Wars. You can start doing that right now. So I think it solves all the problems. There's some evidence that it's happening. And oh my God, guys, oh my God. If we watch that this year and they actually do that and put all 3 of the, like, we're not just back. It's potentially even more hype than it was leading up to Infinity War and Endgame. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. It literally would be. Hugh Jackman, RDJ, Chris Evans, like you're bringing everybody back, and you start to do it early and you start to have fun immediately. No more dangling, no more teasing, no more of that. Let's get to the good shit, baby. That's my hope, and that's the hype, and that's the dream for San Diego Comic-Con. Kevin Feige, please, please.